Alright, so at the top left position as the teal Protoss, we will have SK's ArcneoN. And at the top right, as the purple Zerg, we will have KenZy. And I believe this is now the round of 32. As I think one of these guys already won a match. I'm actually just going to quickly pull up the bracket in a second, just to confirm, as there's probably nothing too crazy happening. Man, I can't believe we're playing on Nostalgia, though. I mean, I know this isn't the ladder map pool, but I think most players agree that this is not an ideal map. This is actually a pretty terrible map for modern StarCraft, but that's okay. You know, it can definitely lead to some interesting cheeses and stuff. We'll have to see, in particular, what ArcneoN does. ArcneoN is actually not afraid, and is just building a pylon on the low ground. But look at this. This is not the normal natural layout here. I mean, look at how much open space there is. There's like a couple of bridges over here, but there's also a side entrance. Like, you can't really wall this, right? Is he just gonna 2-gate or something? What's it gonna be? What's the building? That's the question. It's one gateway, but it looks like it's actually just a gateway expand. Also, there's no gas, as you can see, either. By the way, yeah, ArcneoN did already beat a guy called Massacre in the round of 64, whereas KenZy had a bye. So that is the situation. And I think this was something like an overpull from KenZy. And that would be the most likely option, as it is the most popular ZvP opening nowadays. Alright, looks like Gateway has finished. And now we're gonna have Forge. So it appears he's just gonna try and wall in the ramp side and have the Nexus kind of be part of the wall. Okay, and this is actually not bad. This is actually not bad. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, so Nexus goes like here. You can have it touch the pylon, right? So it's kind of like a destination kind of wall, or like a Blue Storm kind of wall, you know, where you have the Nexus as part of the wall. I mean, it's still super open, and also if the Zerg, like, what if the Zerg goes 3-hatch Hydra? You can just shoot your Nexus from this side, and your cannons don't really do anything. So that's pretty bad. Anyway, the first Zealot is actually going to go home after seeing these Zergans come out. Scouting Probe guy still meandering around. And a big probe pull from ArcneoN, actually. Man, this is super awkward. He's doing the Brahante build. he's gone Gateway Forge and Cannon before being able to make his Nexus. I mean, it's actually completely necessary in this case. And the Cannon actually finishes in pretty good time here. So I think he should be able to put some of these probes back. It's not that serious. It's still only 6 lanes with no speed, so doesn't need to worry too much. We do have the 3rd hatchery here for KenZy at the 3 o'clock. But I would think that going for 3-hatch Hydra here, not even necessarily an all-in, you know, 3-hatch Hydra doesn't have to be an all-in, just like 3-hatch Hydra, you can also use it as a pressure build into just going macro, but I think early aggression on this map should be quite good. And I'm quite surprised ArcneoN went for, you know, a very standard gateway expand build on this map. Definitely not a huge fan of that, given the natural layout and the fact that it doesn't even have a gas, right? It's just like, ugh. So I think Protoss 2-gating on this map is pretty common, or just 1-basing or whatever. But let's see how he does. See how he does. He's getting in here behind the mineral line. All right, is he gonna go after some drones? Gonna get not quite one drone. I think the other Zealot died at the natural. Oh, got the probe. So not the best work there. I think he got 1 drone only. And is now going to lose his Zealot. Does he have a 2nd cannon? He's actually got 2 additional cannons building in his natural. He's got his gas mining, but you see, this is quite painful. I mean, on a normal map, you would definitely not need more than 2 cannons, right? I mean, okay, against this many Zerglings, you could consider it, But still, 2 cannons with a semi-tight wall with a couple of pros blocking should be absolutely fine, even against this number of Zerglings. But in this case, wait a minute, the cannon's not quite finished yet. More probes are coming down. He's gonna take down 1 cannon before he finishes, but no, looks like KenZy gonna pull back. I think he could have potentially killed this cannon before it finished, but it seems like he's gonna pull back here. I'm actually gonna make a claim that I'm not entirely sure about, that when buildings haven't finished building yet, they don't have armor. Does anybody know if that's correct? Oh my god, it's freaking 3-minute delay. I won't even know if anybody disagrees with me or agrees with me after this. So we confirmed yesterday that buildings have 1 base armor, but I'm under the impression that while it's under construction, it doesn't. Because I always feel like when my cannons are building, they take more damage than when they're actually finished building. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I could be completely wrong about this, but then again, I thought I might be wrong about the buildings having armor yesterday, but various people did actually agree with me on that one, so that's pretty good. Alright, looks like there's 1 random Zergling just checking down here at the 9 o'clock. This would very likely be the Protoss' next expansion. And, well, interestingly, we're approaching, you know, a very standard mid-game situation for PvZ here. It looks like, you know, got the lair, got the 4th hatchery going on. The Zerg's 3rd base is going to be a little bit far away from him, but that's not, you know, that bad for, that's not that serious for Zerg. I mean, there's plenty of situations where that happens, like when they take another natural anyway. So Zerg should be fine with this. And it seems that having not gone for early Hydra pressure, you know, the fact that this base is so open is not going to make a huge difference here for ArcneoN. The fact that he has no second gas is going to make a difference. I wonder what build he's going to go for. Wow, he's added 4 more gateways here. So, you know, he's going to have to go quite zealot heavy with his build. Does he need to put a 4th probe here? Because this looks like it might even need another probe to get maximum gas mining from that. I'm not actually sure. I have not actually really played, I think, any games on Nostalgia. Maybe like a couple. I just have it vetoed in the ladder map pool. So yeah, good guy KenZy, not abusing the open hatch. Well, now going up to 6 hatcheries, going super macro style. That is the normal style nowadays. ArcneoN, interestingly, not scouting with his first Corsair, going for the Overlord kill instead. This can sometimes just kill you as a Protoss if the Zerg is going for some early aggression. In this case, it's going to work out, but this is quite a risky move. This is actually a far riskier move than you might think, to use that to scout, because that difference in timing, that extra, you know, 15 seconds that you spend killing the Overlord can actually make a huge difference whether, you know, you get cannons up in time or whatever. In response to Hydras. But we do have a lot of Zealots coming out. I guess part of the reason that that's not that unsafe for ArcneoN is that he's actually added so many gateways in his main base, is not bothering to wait for his Templar tech. It's just going to go mass speed lot here, which again is kind of necessitated by the fact that there's no second gas for him on this map. And here we go, a ton of +1 Zealots. Look at how many Zealots are coming out. This is actually a really, really strong attack. You know, +1 Sayer, +1 Zealot is slightly more popular nowadays. But I think with that build, you only have the Zealots that were pumped from 1 gateway, right? One or two gateways maybe. Whereas ArcneoN is actually pumping from 5 gateways, these speed lots. He's actually going to corner some of these Hydras. They're doing a nice job trying to trap them on the bridge, but he's got to be careful, though. It's going to be difficult for his Zealots to run across the bridge. But remember, there's another entrance on the other side. He can go around this way, or he can go for the 3rd base, which is much more open. There's only a single sunken colony here, a nice wall of hatcheries, but it looks like he's actually just going to skirmish with the Hydras in the middle of the map, push them back a little bit. Now he's running down here. We can see ArcneoN getting ready to take his 3rd base as well. And it looks like ArcneoN, oh, wait. No, he's pulling back. He's got to be careful not to get trapped here. I'm not actually sure what other I don't think there's any other exit here besides going out this way or going through the natural. So he could potentially get trapped. He's got to be careful not to, if KenZy gets too many Hydras out and ArcneoN's engaged in the third base, he would get stuck. So you can see ArcneoN actually being quite smart in pulling back here. One key thing about the early game speed lots is, yes, you can actually fight the Hydras head on in low numbers, but the biggest strength is actually their mobility at this point, and being able to engage the Berserk only when you want to, and also kind of threaten a backstab, threaten a counter. He could get a big surround here, though. He's got Zealots coming in from the bottom side, and he's got Zealots coming in from his natural. It's going to be a two-sided engagement here. It looks like ArcneoN at least can trap these Hydras on the bottom side, not going to let them do any micro. The Hydra's kind of dancing around this thing, but look at this surround by the Zealots. ArcneoN with the great surround on these Hydras, just doing a fantastic job with the 5-gate speed lot. Now he has built the Nexus here at the left side. One Zergling is going to kill the Pro, but shouldn't be able to deny that Nexus, and ArcneoN really taking control of this mid game, but it looks like he is going to lose some Zealots in the middle here, and he's actually not got that many Zealots left over from that attack. Does he have his Templars? He's got Templar tech, he's got a Robo as well, but still no second gas for him, so it'd be very difficult to build enough Templars as well as, potentially Observers or whatever else he's going to build. He's actually getting a Reaver. He's actually gone straight Reavers here. Very, very interesting. I did not think this was a map that was particularly great for Reavers. Once again, it's an open natural. It's a fairly wide third base here, but we do have 2 High Templars and a handful of Zealots to defend this. Extra cannon being made at the front, and it looks like the Zealots have actually run straight into the main base here. The 6 Zealots were just hiding on that little platform outside the natural, gonna go for the attack. Oh my god, he's actually attacking the lair. That seems very optimistic. I mean, alright, he did like 600 damage to the lair. I mean, maybe he could have just killed the spawning pool at least. I don't think attacking the lair was ever really gonna do anything for him. It's like just a couple Corsairs just poking around. The problem now, though, is that ArcneoN is behind in supply. He's at 80, well, now it's even 88 to 88. But this is not really where Protoss wants to be. Now, he does have the third base, though. If he can hold this, that would be really good. The Hydras, though, are going to intercept the probe transfer, it looks like. And the thing is, with only a couple of cannons there, I think as long as KenZy does, half-decent storm dodging, there isn't really any way for ArcneoN to hold the space. The second cannon not even finished yet. If 4 cannons were already done, maybe. But KenZy actually changing direction. KenZy is going for the natural. There's no High Templar at the natural here. Is there a Reaver yet? Where's the Reaver? The Reaver! No, that's actually 4 Zealots. There's a 4 Zealot drop in the main base, but now the Zerg is going in. ArcneoN could do a lot of damage with that drop, but he also could potentially die to this attack. Hydra Lurk all coming in here. It looks like ArcneoN might be sacking this, but he is attacking the lair at the same time here. Can he actually get the lair? It's being morphed into a hive. It's going to be extremely close. 3 Zealots left. Can they get the lair? 140 HP, 120 HP. ArcneoN's natural is dead. Is he going to get the lair? Lost Zealot, 3 HP! 3 HP lair. There's no health bar. There's no red pixel left on the health bar. But the lair lives with 3 HP, and when it morphs into a hive, it will gain additional HP. And ArcneoN has lost his natural expansion. He's lost everything at the natural. He's barely trying to hold on. He's lost the forge. He can't even make any more cannons. And more lurkers morphing straight in his base. He's bringing back the units that were defending his third base. Corsairs just flying around, trying to do what they can. One more Reaper coming out. A High Templar gets sniped. This Reaper looks like it's going to just run into his death. GG from ArcneoN. And KenZy takes game number 1 here in this best of 3. And it looks like we are going into game number 2 on Circuit Breakers. And there we go. Good luck. Have fun. Alright, at the bottom right position, rather, as the blue Zerg, we do have KenZy. At the top left, as the yellow Protoss, we have ArcneoN. So KenZy up 1-0 in this series. But could definitely go either way. I mean, last series we saw Predator go down in the first game and make the 2-1 comeback. I'm still waiting for all the PogChamps in the chat over that lair. Alright, so what are we gonna have here? I mean, last game we basically had, the normal gateway expand from ArcneoN despite the map against, a normal overpool expand build from KenZy. So presumably, since we're now on Circuit Breakers, we'll see the exact same thing, except this time ArcneoN won't have to build like a billion cannons to not die at his natural. So you can see pylon here. I'm pretty sure this is the placement. So you can put a gateway up here and then a forge, and it'll be a really, really nice wall. Just need to block one gap here and one slightly wider gap here, and then you'll be super safe. For anyone who's just now tuning in, by the way, this is the second qualifier for the Italian Esports Open. It's a $16,000 prize pool StarCraft Remastered tournament. It's crazy. ArcneoN using the scouting trick, by the way, going cross map to the middle to check for the Overlord position. So now he knows that KenZy's bottom right. And hey, there it is in the chat. All right, looks like you guys are just hitting that lair scene. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Italian Esports Open. It's pretty good stuff. There's 4 qualifiers for 3 slots to go to the actual LAN finals in the Lucca Esports Cathedral. There's going to be 3 qualifiers plus 5 invites. And it's pretty insane. If you qualify, you automatically get $1,000 plus an all expenses paid trip to Italy to actually play in the finals. Well, I say all expenses, but I mean it's travel expenses. I don't like, you know, they're not gonna give you like, I don't know, spending money. Well, I mean they give you $1,000, right? It's a lot of money. It's $16,000 tournament. You can't complain. So we got the good old cannon rush here, the classic, because the Zerg went for a 12 hatch. This is exactly why Zergs don't 12 hatch anymore in ZvP and always overpool, because you can do this. This is drone tight. So the only way KenZy can stop this is by mineral pushing a drone through, and even if he did that at this point, I don't think it would help. I think you might want to cancel this. Do you not want to cancel in this situation? I'm not actually 100% sure what Zerg wants to do in this situation, because if you cancel the natural hatchery, that's also pretty awful. Oh, grabbing the drone though. Yeah, okay, so he does cancel, and ArcneoN could cancel one of these. He doesn't need both anymore. I would cancel one of these at least, because he should see it's not here anymore. Yeah, okay, so he cancels one. He leaves one, you know, just to dissuade KenZy from re-expanding there. So KenZy will still need to deal with this if he wants his natural. And it looks like we do have the Gateway Cannon and Nexus at the front. So ArcneoN is in a pretty decent position here. Obviously having, whoa, interesting. KenZy actually building a 3rd macro hatchery in his main. He's also put it lower here, I guess to help avoid getting scouted. You know, normally you might think the macro hatchery position is here, which usually is. But in this case, you know, he's got Lings blocking the main. He doesn't want ArcneoN to see that he's actually built this here, I guess. And what was I saying? Oh yes, so by going for the cannon rush, usually, you know, you do delay your own Nexus a bit. You do delay any tech. So a lot of times Zergs will try and do their own tech rush against this, but KenZy himself doesn't seem to be particularly ahead on the tech anyway. So I think ArcneoN should be quite happy about how this has played out. It'd be really funny if he... Oh, no, he can't try it anymore. I was going to say, it'd be really funny if he cannon rushed at this base too, but it's a little bit too far along. So that's going to finish. He's going to try and get in here. Actually, only one Zergling left. I don't actually know if one Ling blocks the probe, but the second Ling is going to get out here. Look at this nice little block. Is he doing anything cheesy? It is Hydras. Okay, so he is going for the Hydra bust. That, of course, is the other option. When you're faced with the cannon rush. Now, obviously, we're not going to have any Templars or anything in time, so ArcneoN will just have to build a bunch of cannons at his base. Is he going to realize what's happening, though? That is the question. So he can see KenZy is still not clearing out this cannon to take his natural. You know, I mean, this is only one cannon here, and this isn't link tight. I'm pretty sure links can run in the top there. They might even be able to run through here, actually. So you know, the question that ArcneoN should be asking is, why didn't KenZy just make 8 Zerglings, kill my cannon, and then just take his natural? And the answer, of course, is that he's going Hydras. Now, ArcneoN hasn't been able to scout into the main, obviously, but by not seeing any other information, like this is where, you know, it's kind of like the implied scouting. So you know, okay, I have a cannon as natural. He's not clearing it out. I don't see any other expansions on the map. You can see he's sending out a lot of scouts, right? He checked the 3 o'clock, he checked top right, he checked the 6 o'clock. Nothing, no hatcheries anywhere. Why would that be the case? Well, he's probably going to aggro, right? He's probably just going to 2-base all in me. Now, these 2 Zealots could be absolutely crucial. These 2 Zealots could actually even see a Hydralisk, which would obviously confirm suspicions. A lot of Hydras on the ramp here. Can the Zerglings intercept, though? That is the question. If the Zerglings can actually kill them before they see the Hydras, that'd be huge. But remember, there's a cannon here. They can actually run to the cannon. But no, it looks like the Zerglings are actually blocking them off. The Zealots will not see the cannon. They won't see the Hydras. Oh, wait! Now he sees it! He sees the Hydras. Okay, so Hydra scouted. It's really actually pretty good because the Hydras are scouted all the way on this side of the map, so he has time to build cannons. He's going to build a lot of cannons now. He's got another Zealot in the 3rd base just doing a bit of harassment. Corsair now flying out as well, but you can see building another pylon in the back, going to build a lot of cannons at the front. Are they going to be in time? It's going to be pretty close. The Hydras and Lings are coming out here. These cannons aren't quite going to finish in time. You might have to pull probes just temporarily, and looks like, unfortunately for him, not going to pay attention to the Corsair either. That Corsair could have been quite huge. It appears he was even getting air weapons as well. And here's the bust coming in. 2 cannons have finished. The 3rd cannon's about to finish. The Hydras are trying to bust here. All the probes are off the line. 1 cannon falls, and it looks like ArcneoN will hold 4 now. Can the 4th cannon finish? It is still extremely close. A lot of Hydras are coming in. ArcneoN needs to build more cannons right now. I'm a little bit surprised. He also needs to cancel this +1. That +1 is going to do nothing for him. He's already lost the Corsair. He's not going to be spending money on Corsairs right now. And here we go. This is it. KenZy either wins here or he loses. And he's going in. He's going in again. He's going to target down one of the cannons. I think this might be it. ArcneoN's Pro Pool is too slow here. ArcneoN could be facing elimination to this Hydra attack. The cannons are not going to finish. And ArcneoN is completely dead here to the Hydra bust. KenZy taking him out in the round of 32. GG from ArcneoN. And KenZy with the 2-0 victory. I thought that cannon rush worked pretty smoothly, but that's what you get for being a dirty cannon rushing Protoss. Oh man, this is like every ladder game where I try to cannon rush. The Zerg's just like, alright, fine. You know, and then just comes and kills me.